Hi guys, it's Theresa of Larkin Design, and I'm here today to show you a tutorial for using the Letterglow app on your iPhone in order to prepare filler cards or journaling cards to use in your Project Life app. And so I had a couple of requests to do a tutorial, yay, and so hopefully I can share a little of my process with you for some of the design work that I do before I embellish my Project Life layouts. And so just a disclaimer here, I am working on an iPhone 6 Plus, and I'm going to be using apps that are available for the iPhone. If you use an Android, you might want to find another artist who uses Android and who can walk you through the steps on Android, because it is different and you do need different software, and I'm not familiar with that platform. So we're here on the iPhone today, and you can see here on my screen that I've got a couple of apps here that you're going to need. First off, of course, is my Project Life app. I keep that one down here on my taskbar, just because I'm always using it, always in there doing something. This is my Letterglow app itself, and I also have Dropbox. You're going to want to use Dropbox to save your photos, your word art, your graphics, your PNGs, your JPEGs, whatever you're using to save your work that you want to pull into Letterglow and create your journaling cards. So we're going to open up the Letterglow app. I'm just going to click on it here, and that brings up the home screen. And this is where your completed projects will show up. And we're going to just click on a new project right here, and that will bring up this. And this will ask you to select your background. And you can use images that you have. You can use photos. You can use whatever you have available in your that's on your phone, or you can start with a blank canvas. And so we're going to create a new canvas, and that will take you to the options for the canvas. And so these are our aspect ratios and what orientation they are. So 1:1 would be what you would select if you want to do a 12 by 12 inch square layout. 4:3 is our typical smaller journaling card. 3:2 is a photo, like that would be 4 by 6 photo. And then the other ones for your social media. But we're going to do a 4:3 aspect ratio in a portrait orientation today. So we're going to click here. And this is now our canvas. And this is our working screen in the Letterglow app. So you have a couple of options here. You have undo buttons, and you have a back button. You have, these are layers. I'll talk more about layers in the next tutorial that I plan to do. I'm not going to talk about that today, but feel free to play around in there once you have some things imported into your canvas. This is our plus button. We're going to work with that in just a second. And then these are the edit tools. So if you click on that, then all the edit tools will come up for the colors and orientation. And then this is your export button when you're ready to save. And so right now we're going to click the plus sign, and that's going to give you options to add text or to add graphics. If you want to just type in your own message or your own words or whatever, you can click on the text option, and you can do that. You can bring in your photo and just type in your text directly on your photo if you would like. But today we're going to go here on the graphics screen. And so these are all the graphics options that are available in Letterglow. And you can just poke around in here and look and see, there's word art, and there's shapes and banners, and just, whatever the wide gamut of options that are available here. But we're going to add our own graphic here. And so this little square right here in the center at the bottom, we're going to click on that, and that brings up this taskbar down here that shows you all the graphics that I've already brought into Letterglow. But since you haven't done this before, or maybe you have, but if you're just walking through this the first time, we're going to click on this ellipses right here to add another graphic or another word art. So we're going to click on that, and that brings up this menu. We're going to click on this plus sign again, and then that will bring us into our file options. You can bring in pieces from your camera roll. You can bring in word art from your Dropbox. Again, whatever Letterglow interacts with, it's going to bring that up for you. So we're going to click on the camera roll because we want to access Dropbox. So we're going to go into my Dropbox here, and that will bring up all of my Allie Edwards PNGs that I have saved in my Dropbox. And so you can see here I just have a whole list, and we're going to work with the hybrid digital kit today. This is the downloads that were available through the hybrid class, and when you click on that, it brings up the choices that are underneath that or inside that folder. We're going to click on the stamp set, and that brings up all the stamp options, and these are all PNGs, and we're going to work with the Love This PNG today. So we're going to click on that, and then that places the word art onto your canvas. So now we have a couple of options of what to do with our word art now that it's on the canvas. I'm going to start with the size, and so you can see that circle down here. We're going to click on the size and the plus sign, and we're going to make it the size that we want it. Just however big or small you want it. You can click the down arrow, the minus sign, and that'll make it smaller. You can click the plus sign to make it larger. So I have it at 140. And then I'm going to move. You could just click on your word art and move it across the canvas to place it where you want it down here. And then we're going to click on the color button right here. It looks like this. And it brings up a menu of color options that you can choose. I'm going to click on this coral color right here. It's one of my favorites. And that turns our word art into a different color. You can also adjust the opacity here. And let's see here. Yep, that shows what that looks like at 50. And of course, I'm just going to leave it at 100 for today, just because I really want it to show the right color. This is a great option if you're adding word art over top of a photo and you still want to be able to somewhat see the photo behind it. But for today, I'm just going to leave it at the full opacity. And then this icon right here allows you to add a drop shadow. I don't always do this, but it is kind of fun to show you how it works in the Letterglow app. There are two options here. There's this solid shadow button and this sort of outline shadow button. I use this one. And so you can choose the color, whatever color you want for your shadow. I just left mine black. And then I press the minus sign to make it look like that. If you press the plus sign, it looks different, so you can just play around with that. But to get it to look like this is -5, and the toggle button is on the full circle here. So that's the shadow drop shadow function in the Letterglow app. That is how it looks, how the canvas looks right now with that word art placed. So now I'm going to show you how to add a background color, because you might not want white. Today I want white, but I'm going to show you how you can do a different background color. So we're going to click on My Graphics again. And this time we're going to go to Simple Shapes. And Simple Shapes will allow you to either change the entire background or just place a shape onto the canvas and leave a white border, however you want to do it. So I'm going to click on Simple Shapes, and that brings up all the different options across the bottom. There's more. It'll let you scroll. I just don't have the capability to show you that right now. But we're going to just choose Square, and then that places a black square onto your canvas. So once you have that placed, then we go through the process again. We're going to select our size, okay, and I've made it so that it's bigger than the canvas itself. Now, Letterglow will crop that for you so that it's just the size of the canvas. You can do that with your photos. You can do that with patterned papers. You can do that with word art. It will crop it automatically for you. So that is placed there. Now, if you want to color your whole background black, then you would cover your whole canvas, and then you would go into layers and adjust so that that was still visible. I'm not going to go over that today. I'll do some tutorials with layers later on. I thought this would be enough for today. And so then we're gonna choose a color again for this background. And if you scroll over, then it lets you bring up more of the colors that are available. And so I'm going to choose the mint. And that pretty much creates that card. But what I really want to do today is show you how to put a photo in there. And all of these are just to show you different options that you can do, so you know how to use this app, and you can play around with your own, just whatever journaling cards you need or filler cards you're looking for that the Project Life app doesn't allow you to do. So here again, I'm at My Graphics, and I'm going to click the plus sign, and I'm going to go to my camera roll this time, and my camera roll is going to place this photo right here. Of my little girl Natalie, and she's holding a present for me. And so this tells me that Letterglow has the image saved and it's available for me to use. So I'm going to X out of there, and then that photo will show up here in our taskbar again. So here you're going to click on the photo, and it will place it on your canvas. And there's your photo. So now you can size it to the however you want it scaled on your canvas. And then I'm going to, you can also slide it around so that you get your margins where you want them. And then I'm going to move my word art so that it's sort of centered and in a better place, or wherever you want to put it on your canvas. And then that card is done. Now you can export it. If you go to this, it will tell you where to save it, and then you can use it in your Project Life app just like any other photo or journaling card. Okay, so I'm going to show you another option too. I created this card using one of the patterned papers that was in the hybrid kit, and I just placed it on the canvas itself and moved it off so that the canvas would crop automatically. I just did that twice. So that's another option you can do. And then this one was really simple. I just pulled in opened a white canvas and pulled in the Love This word art and changed the color of it, and it's done. So that is pretty much my tutorial for using the Letterglow app today. I hope that you learned something and hope that you kind of understand more what I do behind the scenes before I start my layouts in the Project Life app. So I'll be doing this again for you very soon, and in the meantime, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.